We can talk now, I'm pleased to say, with the Technology Secretary, Liz Kendall, who joins us here. So more training in AI, but look, this is going to have a huge impact, isn't it, on the UK kind of workforce? How radical do you think we need to be?
I think this incredible technology will have huge implications for how we earn, how we learn and how we live. And the truth is, change is inevitable, but the consequences are not. We are not going to be bystanders, this Labour government. We're going to help people. We're going to help support them through these changes, and that starts with giving people the skills we need. If we want AI to work for Britain, we need Britons who can work with AI. This is a really big announcement today. Free skills training available to everybody. I've done a little skills package myself this weekend. We've got everything from 20-minute courses through to 9 hours for individuals, for small businesses. That's a really big issue for us. We want small businesses to upskill their workforce and use AI to help them free up their time and actually so they can focus on the big things of selling their business. This is going to be a big change in society, and we want to make it work for all.
You say it's going to be a huge change, and look, the stats, I think, particularly around young people, I think are quite alarming already. So, the latest stats in November show 729,000 young people unemployed. That's over 100,000 more than the previous year. Do we need to start having serious conversations about what kind of jobs young people should be going into? Like, I remember the day when it was all about coding and accountancy. And now, what should young people be looking at?
Well, actually, that's not how I think about it, because I think AI will probably transform all professions, whether you're going to be an engineer.
Some professions it was going to get rid of. This is what I mean.
Well, I think...
Right? It's not just going to transform it. If you do a 20-minute AI course, it doesn't,
no, but
the
it's
job might go.
It's not just that. We want to see those longer courses, which are also available free. But, that's why we are working with the Department for Work and Pensions to make sure those job centre staff and those employment programmes include skills in AI so that young people have got a chance to get those jobs in future. We don't think it's acceptable that 1 in 8 young people are not in education, employment or training. It's bad for them, it's bad for the country. That's why one of the new partners in this huge programme we've announced today is the DWP. We're also working with local government, the NHS and the Federation of Small Businesses, because this technology is going to impact all, and we've got to prepare people for the future.
Can I talk to you about social media?
Yes.
Because you've come up very strongly against things like, the abuse of grok, for example, with AI. And there are reports that Keir Starmer's reluctant to ban social media for under-16s because of his own family experience. This was in the Times. They reported he's told Labour MPs his kids have actually benefited from social media apps because they found
that is a different thing. To say that your children have benefited,
but so is it not? You don't
against making further progress on this
You don't
issue.
think that he's against a social media
No,
ban?
I mean he's absolutely supportive of this big consultation.
Yeah, but that's a different
announced.
question, though, isn't it?
No, it isn't actually, because there are people with very strong views who think that we need to ban social media for the under-16s to give children their childhood and actually better support parents.
And what does Keir Starmer think?
And others raise the concerns about the cliff edge that will be created at 16.
So what camp is Keir Starmer in? That's what I'm trying to find out.
He wants, as I do, for us to have this consultation and to act. The question isn't whether we act, but how. You will understandably ask me for my opinion and for Keir's.
What is your
But there's no point in having a consultation if I've already made up my mind. And the reason that I want to do that is I have lots of views. But what I will do is listen to those parents that I know from my own constituency, and I would say myself, are very, very concerned, but also campaigners like Ian Russell and the Molly Rose Foundation, the NSPCC, who are worried that a ban will let those platforms off the hook, and they want us to make stronger progress on enforcing existing age restrictions. But I want to be clear for your viewers, the question isn't whether we will act. We will, but we've got to get it right, and it's got to last, and we are going to learn from Australia, who's already put that ban in place, to make sure that we get this right.
Talking about social media, there's been a bit of consternation, I think is the right word, about a clip on social media that's been posted by Labour, and it's about Matthew Goodwin, who is the Reform candidate in this new by-election. I just want to play, if I may, so viewers know what I'm talking about. This is a clip that Labour put out on what he said.
I was lucky enough, or unfortunate enough, to be in Manchester a few days ago, and the energy in this room is 10 times what it was in Manchester, so congratulations.
I mean, that's really misleading, because he's talking about the Conservative conference. He's not talking about Manchester, is he?
Well, I've only just seen that. I think that the party is right to call out people and their views.
Yeah, but that's not. But it's misleading, because it's making it seem like he's criticising Manchester, but he's actually criticising the Conservative conference, saying he didn't want to be the Conservative conference in Manchester.
Well, I don't know what he's referring to there. That was a very brief clip. You'll forgive me until I look into that. But I do think it's absolutely right that we call out different parties for what they're doing. And may I just say this?
You've got to do it accurately. This is the whole point, isn't it?
May I just say this on reform? The reason that we were able to stop Grok and get X to change its mind, not something that happens often, was because of the Online Safety Act, which Nigel Farage and Reform want to scrap. We need to call that out so people see what they're really calling for, which I think is wrong.
There's been a few leadership questions around recently. I remember, when you and Andy Burnham were both running for the leadership together back in 2015.
I tried to forget all that,
Yeah.
if I'm honest.
You don't fancy Nadia Hackett?
100% not.
You came fourth in that. And one of the most astonishing statistics, I think, is not only has a woman never won a Labour leadership contest, but a woman has never even placed above a man in a Labour leadership contest. What's going on?
Do you know, you'll forgive me. I've talked lots about what happened in 2015 in the past, but I think the public are more interested in us talking about their jobs and their future.
You've got to...
You will tempt me. You will tempt me, but I'm not going to be...
I think that you're probably frustrated that, once again, we're talking about men.
Do you know what? I'm not frustrated.
Men. I mean, why has Labour got a women problem when it comes to leadership?
I am not frustrated. I am determined. I am ambitious. Time is short. This is what I do feel very strongly. Time is short. We have, especially on AI, these next couple of years are going to be crucial for the future of our country. And all I care about is making sure people have got the skills and got the jobs, because we have to show people the future is going to be better than today, and that we're going to make sure AI benefits people, not just a few at the top. That is what I'm frustrated about, nothing else.
OK, Liz Kendall, thank you very much indeed. Liz Kendall, they're speaking to us from the government.